YouTube, how you doing? It is your boy Pete Screen Nevercoat right back here on the channel today with even more Sonic fan games. We are back once again in some Sonic Gamebook Origins. It's been a blast so far as we play through this essentially remake of a choose your own adventure game. So we are jumping straight back into where we left off. And we have just got to the outskirts of the Metropolis zone. So, we have got a couple of options to do. We can set off immediately or investigate the strange looking pole. And I think we've had enough setbacks and layarounds that we're just going to head off immediately. Both of them set off to walk towards the city. They find what looks like a footpath threading its way through the junk and other rubbish and mess that surrounds the Metropolis. The footpath slowly winds its way downhill towards a stinky, dirty stream flowing away from the city. Look at the state of that stream, Sonic! What a mess, says Tails, disgusted at the sight before him. Well, that's the Metropolis zone all over, my friend. That's why Robotnik likes the place so much. He loves the filth. The path follows the stream for a while and then bends back up the hill. Which way now, I wonder, says Sonic, thinking aloud. Why don't I have a little look around, replies Tails, and starts to hover. From up there, Tails can see a lot more than Sonic. Well, the path looks like it still goes to the city, but there's a raft moored up just around the bend, he points down the river. Will Sonic and Tails follow the footpath, or will they have a look at the raft? Do you know what? I feel like following the footpath's probably a trick, so let's... I don't know, I feel like taking the raft's probably also a bad idea, but let's go. The raft is a rather rickety affair. Tails kicks it and pulls a face. There's an ominous creaking sound, but the raft stays in one piece. Well, it looks safe enough, says Tails, not sounding at all convinced. Sonic looks at it, and then the nasty, smelly stream. Should they float down the stream on the raft? Go and look at the footpath, or return to the strange-looking pole? Onwards! No going backwards, onwards! With great difficulty, they manage to push the raft off the bank and carry on. Carried by the current, the raft slowly floats off towards the city. Both of our friends fall silent, realizing that they are about to enter the very home of Robotnik. This is going to be very dangerous. About after half an hour, the stream enters a tunnel. I think we must be going inside the city now, says Sonic, looking out into the gloom. Eventually, the raft comes to a halt. Where to now then, Sonic? Asks Tails. Those stairs look like a fair bet, answers Sonic, pointing to the far side of the tunnel. Ooh. Oh, more Streets of Rage! It took me a second then. Sonic and Tails find themselves in a broad, well-lit tunnel. High above them, they can hear the hustle and bustle of the city, but down here is all quiet. Well, we went left last time for a lot of our stuff, so let's go right. The whole of Metropolis is honeycombed with these tunnels, but since neither of them knew what they were looking for, this could be a very long job. Where do you think we ought to head for, Sonic? Asked Tails. I was thinking we should head for Robotnik's HQ, and then play it by ear from there, says Sonic, almost as an afterthought. I mean, he's bound to know what's going on. All we've got to do is persuade him to tell us. Easy, really, says Tails, not convinced. Oh no, we've come to a dead end, says Sonic, looking at the wall in front of them. Hang on, walls don't move, screams Tails. Quickly, turn to 156. What had looked like a solid brick wall a few seconds ago suddenly starts to move. First, one huge claw, and then another appears, and the whole wall starts to grind slowly towards our heroes. It's a shell cracker, screams Sonic. Sonic and Tails must fight the shell cracker using strength. Tails will help Sonic. The shell cracker has a fighting score of 6 and needs 2 hits to be destroyed. If Sonic and Tails win, turn to 278. But if we fail to beat the shell cracker, then your adventure ends here. So our strength is 3. Tails is also 3, so we got a lovely score of 10. But it's the enemy's turn to fight. Uh-oh. Okay, we beat it. So all we need to do is win. So we already win. Bang, bad, big, bad, bada, boom. We win. Success is once again ours. Shellcrackers are never an easy opponent, and the fight was a tough one. Yes, I rolled the dice, and I won. From the shattered remains, Sonic finds 20 rings and a broken piece of claw. Add these to Sonic stuff, and then turn to 48. This branch of the tunnel is well lit and really clean for a change. So, Sonic, says Tails, how exactly are we going to persuade Robotnik to tell us what is going on? Sonic hesitates. The truth was that he didn't have a clue. Of course, he couldn't possibly admit that. So in the end, he simply says, have faith, old friend. I'll think of something, you see. They carry on walking for a few more minutes. And when they turn a corner in the tunnel and come face to face with something really rather strange. Lying in the middle of the tunnel floor is a large pile of rings. There must be over 50 there, Sonic. What a stroke of luck, exclaims Tails. Roll the die and add the result to Sonic's quick wits. If the score is 7 or more, then turn to 145. I get the feeling I'm not going to make this because I need... It's like a 1 in 3. Shocking. Just as they both reach the rings, a large net falls from the roof and catches Sonic and Tails underneath it. A trap! They struggle for a few minutes, but it is no use. They are held fast. If you don't want to be captured, you'd best come with us, squeals a high-pitched voice. Several small, furry creatures appear. They start to chew away at the net with their small, pointed teeth, and in no time, our heroes are free. Come quickly, very quickly, warns one of the creatures. Sonic and Tails have been taken by surprise. The creatures don't look very friendly, but then again, they haven't attacked. Quickly, quickly, come with us, or the robots will be here, warns the leader of the creatures. Should Sonic and Tails go with the creatures, or should they try to run away? I mean, the creatures seem to be on our side, so... Sure. Putting their trust in the strange creatures, Sonic and Tails follow them through a maze of corridors and tunnels. The creatures seem to know the tunnels very well, and after what seems like ages, they come to a halt in a large, dimly lit cavern. As Sonic's eyes get used to the light, he begins to realise that there are literally thousands of the creatures here, and every one of them is staring intently at him and Tails. Greetings! You are Sonic, are you not? Oh, and your brave companion Tails, if I'm not mistaken. The voice comes from a wizened old creature sitting in the middle of the cave. Yes, I'm Sonic. And who might you be? Replies Sonic. Well, I might be anyone. As it is, I'm Frisp. I'm the chief of the Tunnel Rats. The creature waves his arm around the room. So, they're rats? What were the things left lying around for? Asked Sonic. They were left by Robotnik as a trap. It's just as well we were there to help you, says Frisp. And the other rats murmur their approval. How did you know to be there at the right time then? Asked Tails. Frisp stands up and holds his arms wide. I am Frisp, and I can see the future. The other rats start to chant. Frisp continues. I know that you seek one like yourself, and also I know that, as we speak, he is at the factory in the center of the city. He is a creature of Robotnik, and he is of great evil. The rats lead Sonic and Tails away from the cavern. Back through the maze of corridors, at last they reach a rusty old iron door set in the wall of the tunnel. That's where you want to go. Yes, through there. The rats say together and then melt away into the shadows. Fortunately, the door has been left open and our friends peer into the murk on the other side. Let's have a look at this first, says Sonic, and he unrolls the scroll. It is covered in a spidery scroll. Roll the die and add the results to Sonic Quick Wits. If the score is 6 or more, turn to 285. If it's less, turn to 289. Well, again, I need 4 or more, which is like a 50%, so we did it. As Sonic stares at the paper, he suddenly realizes that it's some kind of poem. What's it say? Asks Tails. Well, it seems to be some kind of poem. Funny, I never took rats to be into all that sort of stuff. Still, looks like it says left, right, upside down, then go to ground. That's going to be a clue for something, isn't it? Huh, that's it then. Nothing to worry about at all, says Tails with a silly look on his friend. It's all right. It's a map. Come on. Sonic steps through the door and finds himself in a tunnel. It is lit by star-shaped lanterns hung along the wall, but through the light they give out is very dim. On some of the following sections, you will see the asterisk symbol. When I see this, I've got to roll the die, and if a score is 1, then I must turn to 2, 1, 1. Remember to make a note of the section number you're on, so you know where to return to. So do I want to go to the left or to the right? So where does this go? It's left, right, upside down, go to ground. So let's go left, I guess. The tunnel is made of shiny, almost black metal, and their footsteps echo on and on as they walk. This must be the factory basement, says Sonic. I wonder what they make here. Well, the tunnel forks in 2 directions, so I've got to roll first. Boop! Hooray! I rolled a 4. Okay. So left, we want to go to the right, so we go to 1, 2, 2. Every so often, there is a faint booming noise coming from above them. Perhaps this is where they make badniks? What do you reckon, Sonic? Asked Tails. Well, if it is, then we've come to the right place, replied Sonic. I've had just about enough of Robotnik. He's such a drag. Ahead of them, the tunnel divides into 2 again. Should Sonic and Tails go to the left or to the right? Let's roll that first. We did get a 1. Fantastic. We want to go left again. Do you know something, says Sonic? When this adventure's over, it would be really cool to spend just a few hours playing a game or something. 2 right, says Tails. And get a burger or 2 in as well. Do you know what? I mean, that just sounds like it's just a good night in general. I'll be honest with you. Bada-boom! We made it again. Right, and we want to go right. 268. Whoa. Soon, this tunnel begins to widen out until our heroes find themselves in a large cavern. Thud! Thud! Boom! What? Tails is cut off before he can say any more. Boom! Thud. Their missiles hit the floor. Sonic sees the missiles impacting on the wall near where he had been standing a second ago. But where were they coming from? There it is, yells Tails. Sonic looks to where his friend is pointing. Over near the middle of the cave, a gigantic robot lumbers into view. It is the biggest Sonic's ever seen. It's like a massive ball, totally round. The missiles are flying thick and fast from it. What will Sonic and Tails do? Fight the robot? Use the energy gun? Try using some glue? Or try to roll the badnik over? We use our smarts. Up and down and all around. We roll it over. Though it appears terrifying, the badnik doesn't look all that stable. One well-timed push might just send it rolling over like a turtle. Patiently, our friends wait for the right moment and then charge the badnik with all their strength. They hit the side of it at exactly the same time. Perfection! The robot wobbles, then tilts, and with a mighty crash, rolls over upside down. It goes, and then falls silent. Outstanding! Get a new pair of trainers for that one, exclaims Tails. You weren't so bad yourself, old friend. With the badnik dealt with, Sonic and Tails can have a good look around the cavern. Over on the far side is a solid steel door with a lever behind it. Apart from that, the cavern looks empty. Roll the die and add the result to Sonic's quick wits. If the score is 6 or more, we go to a page. And if it's less than 6, so I need a 4. We did it. Okay. I'm going to guess 1, 3, 2 is good. As Sonic shuffles his feet along the cavern floor, his right trainer scuffs against something hard. Looking down, he sees what looks like a lever, half buried in the ground. The lever looks very similar to the one beside the door. Should he pull the lever or leave it alone?
Pull the lever, Crunk.
Sonic crouches down and pulls the lever. It's a bit stiff, but eventually it moves. He waits for a second or so, but nothing happens. It looks like the only way out of the cave is to try and open the steel door. Sonic and Tails look at the lever by the side of the door. After you, says Sonic, gesturing for Tails to try the lever. No, after you, replies Tails. No, really, says Sonic. No, you try it, Sonic. I insist, smiles Tails, bowing gracefully to his friend. Gingerly, Sonic reaches out and pulls the lever. The door slides open with a faint whooshing sound. There you are. Nothing to it, said Sonic. Light streams through the open door, along with the clamouring noise of machinery and a faint, acidy smell. Look, what's this? Asks Tails, inspecting a small sign on the door. Sonic reads it aloud. Cloning plant. Strictly no admittance. Best we go in and have a look around in that case, he adds, with a smile on his face. From here, our friends can walk up a short corridor and open a door. The door has a sign above it saying, Spine Fields. Danger. Should they go through the door? If this is too risky, they can walk the opposite way round and open a door labelled Bottle Bank. Well, that's going to be a decision that we're going to leave for another day. as we have come to the end of our time on today's session of Sonic Gamebook Origins. And yeah, we will be back next time with even more as we still continue our progress through. I presume we're coming to the end of this. We've got to be coming up to fight Zonik and Robotnik at some point. So who knows? We've met a massive army of rats. Who knew? The world of Mobius is truly large. Until next time though, ladies and gentlemen, as always, there will be a link in the pinned comment below where you can go and play this for yourself. Until then, however, until we see each other again, I've been Pete Titan Screen, never from Project Fitness Productions. This has been Sonic Gamebook Origins. And as always, take care, stay safe, and play more games.